Good morning, everybody. This is going to be the first of many tennis videos you'll be watching for your PE class. Today we're going to be covering step down forehands, 2-foot pivots, and 1-foot pivots, all on the forehand side. For those of you that don't know what those terms mean, they are footwork moves that you can use for your forehand. So we're going to go over them right now quickly, and then as the lesson goes on, I'll teach you how to do them inside of your living room or in your patio, or maybe somewhere inside your house where you have a little bit of space where you can move around. And you don't need your racket to do most of these things. The 2-foot pivot is something like this. When you get your racket ready, you're sideways, your feet pivot over. The forehand step down is going to be something where you step forward and then you step through. And the 1-foot pivot is Roger Federer's favorite forehand, where you step back and you pivot your foot through. Before we get started with the lesson, we're going to get a little warm-up going. We're going to hit 4 ready positions, and we're going to do 4 different ready steps in every ready position. Let's try to see if we can hold every ready position for 30 seconds, and then we'll switch on to the next one. By the time we're done with all 4, we should be ready to warm up and to stretch for the workout. So the first one is going to be split steps. Right away, you're going to keep a wide base, and you're going to do like you'd be doing jumping jacks. Just softly jumping, keeping a slight bend in your knees, not moving your racket, keeping your racket in front, and steady upper body, active lower body. All right, from there, the next ready step, keeping your feet under yourself and switching every time they step. So you're alternating your feet and you're keeping them on the same exact spot on the floor. Imagine you're standing on the top of a light pole and your feet can only touch the top of the lamp pole. That's exactly where your feet should land, on the same place. All right, the third one is keeping your feet wide, just like before, and moving your heels side to side. Same thing. My upper body's relaxed, I'm not moving it, and I'm just moving my feet. Last one. The last ready step is going to be 1 jump, 2 jumps out, 2 jumps in, 2 jumps out, 2 jumps in. All right, when you guys are done with that, you should feel like you're sweating a little bit. Maybe you're breathing a little harder. So I think it's time to get ourselves stretched out. We'll do some static stretching. First one, we'll go toes up like a toy soldier. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Straight into 10 jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Side to side. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Some dynamic hamstring stretches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next one on the floor. All the way down. Bring yourself 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Touch your toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring yourself back. Pull your leg in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now from this position, put your knees together and bring yourself back until you feel a stretch. Don't let your knee come up. Try to keep it down, or you can flap it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the flap, or without flapping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. Kick your leg back. Reach your opposite hand to your opposite foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Quadricep, knees together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From there, let's go to the push-up position and give me 10 push-ups. You can do them with your knees or you can do them off your feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From here, we're gonna go into 10 squats, pointing your nose up to the ceiling or the sky. Bring yourself down into a sitting position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From here, we're gonna use our lunging position to get our quad activated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we're gonna try to get our abs and our leg activated. So we're gonna go opposite hand to opposite knee. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Let's get our abs activated with some jackknives. So we're gonna keep your legs straight and your arms are gonna touch your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Notice my back is on the floor. I'm not bringing my back up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then from there, we're gonna run in place for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Spread your legs out, spread your arms open, windmill into the running, into touching your toes with your hands. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Now we're ready for our workout. Okay guys, now that you're all warmed up, you're ready for your strength and conditioning. What we're gonna do for strength and conditioning is we're gonna make it tennis specific, so you can use your racket and do your shots while you're doing the moves. This is more like you're gonna do it in a tennis court. A lot of times we're doing athletic movements with our racket in our hand. So if we're gonna do it with our racket in our hand on the court, we might as well do it off the court as well. Each exercise we're gonna approximately take 45 to 1 minute and hold it for that time. So that way you're guaranteed a good cardio workout and a good muscle workout. So you're building both strength and cardio, which are the basic principles of tennis. So the first one we're gonna do is we're gonna do a lunge complex. We're gonna lunge out to the backhand and slice. We're gonna lunge diagonal and volley. We're gonna lunge forward and do an overhead on the right side. We're gonna lunge right, do a forehand. We're gonna lunge diagonal, do a forehand. We're gonna lunge forward, do a volley. Okay, let's try it again. Side lunge, angle lunge, forward lunge on the left foot, side lunge on the right foot, angled lunge on the right foot, forward lunge on the right foot. One more time. Last time. I would also do a variation with your two-handed backhand. All right, so that was the lunge complex with your forehand and your backhand. Next one I want you guys to do is you're gonna do kangaroo jumps side to side. Try to hold that as long as you can, keeping your feet together and imagining there's a small cone that you're jumping over each time. Important that you're holding the racket so you use your balance. I don't want to see you waving your arms around. Done. All right, next one. We're gonna go into our plank. We're gonna lift the opposite hand and the opposite leg, always trying to put the racket in the opposite hand that's going up. Notice how I'm not dropping the racket or making noise.
Hit the ball in that position.
So from here, we're gonna go into the lunge and the swinging forward. Here, as you lunge forward, swing, and it brings you into your backhand. Swing, and it brings you into your forehand. Swing, and it brings you into your backhand. Once you do 3 on each side, go back doing the same thing. back on the forehand, back on the backhand, back on the forehand, back on the backhand, back on the forehand. And then repeat it on the forehand side and backhand side going forward. Lunge, swing, lunge, swing, lunge, swing, lunge. 2 more. 3, 3. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Last one. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Okay guys, from there, the next one we're gonna do, keeping your racket in front of you for balance. Notice how extended I am. We're gonna squat and twist. So we're gonna squat, twist, come up. Squat, twist, come up. From there, just to loosen up a little bit and to get the arms in the swinging motion, we're gonna do seal jacks. So your arms are gonna be moving back and forth. Your legs are gonna be opening and closing like a regular jumping jack. Awesome. From here, guys, we're gonna work on our side steps and our swings. So like I said, you don't need a racket. If you're holding a racket, great, hold it like this. If not, hold your shoulders one over the other. We're gonna get ready. Side step, turn, side step, turn. Always turn on top of the leg that's outside. Awesome. All right, now, with or without your racket, I would like to ask you guys to practice your volley with your footwork. So, the most important thing about the volley footwork is cross-stepping. So whenever you hit the volley, don't go out with the same leg, go out with the opposite leg. If you have someone in your house that can high-five you, that'd be even better. That way you feel like you're doing the right stroke. So, as you get better at stepping and hitting, add a split step. And last one, we're going to show our tennis players how they can work their shoulders and their arm muscles without doing a regular push-up. We're gonna do something called a skull crusher, where it's gonna be your head going into the ground rather than your chest. So you're gonna get in a high push-up position, touch your head, come back. Touch your head, come back. This is working out the shoulders rather than the chest. You should be giving me 8 to 10 at your house. Okay guys, now we're moving on into the tennis portion of the video. Like I said, you don't have to use a racket, and I would advise you don't unless you're like in a patio or you're outside where you can have enough space to swing freely. But it's really not necessary, and if I were you, I would encourage you to start off without a racket so you know you're moving correctly. So the 3 moves that we're gonna cover that we talked about at the beginning of the video are the 2-foot pivot, the 1-foot pivot, which is Roger Federer's favorite shot, and the step down pivot, which is probably one of the most common attacking shots in the game. How important is footwork? Well, it's actually the only reason and the reason that these pros can hit their shots consistently and effectively, because it's about the waist, the hips, and the feet in the game of tennis. So right now, we're gonna get ready. Make sure you guys have an area where you can work in. I brought some spots with me just to mark the floor, just so I don't bang into any walls or any wildlife or any trees. If you guys have some spots or some markers, I suggest you use them. If not, it's not a problem. So, just like on any tennis shot, you're gonna start with some ready steps. Then after that, we're gonna get into our first contact move, which is gonna be the 2-foot pivot. So, we're gonna stop into our split step. We're gonna get into our unit turn, and we're gonna drop the inside knee so it touches the spot or just gently hovers over the baseline, over the floor. From here, you're gonna bring your racket back against whatever's behind you, so it looks like you're staring into a mirror behind you, and you're gonna keep your left hand in front of you. Not in front of you like this, but in front of you so you're staring across your forehand or your left hand. From here, you're going to use your legs to pivot them from sideways to this way, sideways again. I'll do it again. Ready? 1, 2, 2-foot pivot, 3. Ready steps, set, 1, 2, 2-foot pivot, 3. Let's do 5 together without the 1, the 2, or the 3. Ready steps, 2-foot pivot. The variation would be like this. Without your racket, you would stack your shoulders together or your arms together, and same thing. Ready steps, split, turn, knees, 2-foot pivot, do it again. This is preferable so you understand that you're turning your body. You're sideways, you come down, you turn with your legs every single time. The 2-foot pivot is a good contact move to use when there's a ball coming at you really strong and you don't have time to get on it, so you want to get it off of you, or when you're returning serve and the ball's coming hard, you can still give it a good hip drive. From there, we're going to do the forehand step down pivot. This is an aggressive shot, but just because it's an aggressive shot doesn't mean you have to hit it hard. So the way it would work is ready steps, split, just like you would get ready for the 2-foot pivot. You get the right leg set, you step down with the left foot, and then notice how both feet are pointing to the side. From here, we're going to press on the back foot and pivot the front foot So they're both pointing forward. I'll do it again. Ready, steps. 1, 2, my racket goes back as my left foot goes forward. 3, I smoothly turn my right side into the ball and I pivot off of the front foot. Doing it again a little bit faster. Ready. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is the variation without the racket. Same thing. Hands up. Notice how I started totally sideways. On my left side facing forward, and then my right side faces forward. You can finish like this, but if you come through the ball with your shoulders and your right shoulder is pointing forward, that would be the best. Now you can hit this forehand for any position. I could come out here and hit a step down. I could come over here and hit a step down also. It's just a matter of if you have time to set it up. Then, the last one I'm going to show you for today, Roger Federer's favorite shot is the 1-foot pivot. So it's kind of like the 2-foot pivot, but you're kind of stepping back, which is not something you want to do in tennis. But you're kind of saying, oh, the ball's coming a little fast. I don't have time to hit it super hard, but I don't want to get a weak shot back. So you step back on that leg, you put your weight on the leg, and then notice how it starts sideways. You're going to lift it and pivot it towards the court. 6. I'll try it again. 1, 2, pivot, back to the middle. 1, 2, pivot, back to the middle. 1, 2, pivot, back to the middle. Notice how my foot is always sideways, and then I put the other one in front of it, but I still pivot off of my back foot. It's like if you're squeezing something on the floor, like that. Now it's very important to bring your leg up. I'll do it again. 1, 2, watch this leg go up as this leg turns forward. Same thing, variation without the ball. So what I'd like you guys to do is, I'd like to see if you can practice each move 10 times individually. 10 2-foot pivots, 10 forehand step down pivots, 10 1-foot pivots. From there, let's create a shadow play. So I'm gonna give you 2 shadow plays that you can do at your house if there's room, in your backyard or your patio. First shadow play is, I want a 2-foot pivot forehand with a step down 2-foot pivot and a forehand 1-foot pivot. So let me show you. Forehand 2-foot pivot, back to the middle, step down 1-foot pivot, back to the middle, and then forehand 1-foot pivot. I'm gonna do it again. 2-foot, step down, 1-foot. Ready again. Always come back to the middle. I shifted, but I still did my 2-foot. I came out a couple of steps, still did my step down. Coming back, 1-foot pivot to stay in the rally. Next one, let's do a run around step down, a 2-foot pivot with a shift out wide, and then a 1-foot pivot to the middle. So, run around, step down, shift, 2-foot pivot, they're going deep into the middle, 1-foot pivot. Again, step down, 2-foot, 1 foot. So, let's go over the play again. Step down, 2 foot, 1 foot. Notice how I pause. I'm going to do one extra slow, and I want to see if at the end of every shot you can hold the frame or hold the shot for 3 seconds. Step down, 1, 2, 3. 2 foot pivot, 1, 2, 3. 1 foot pivot, 1, 2, 3. Hope you guys have fun with that.